Hey guys, how's it going? Just me making another one of these videos, which has been a while since the last one I made was before I took my break back in May, and and then I came back with a whole documentary last month. Which, fun fact, the documentary has been out for a full month now when this is out, and which is pretty crazy to think about. You guys really showed a lot of support with that idea that I had on trying to make a big comeback to YouTube. Um, but yeah, I wonder if probably wondering why I sound a little groggy and shit. Um, I don't know, but I've been sleeping all day. I haven't really had like a whole lot of time to really conserve back my energy. This because we just got done with a bunch of shit at the paranormal shop this past weekend, and it's been a lot of investigations, and it's been taking my energy away from me, if that makes sense. So I'm currently recovering from all that. Um, so, but I just wanted to come on here because making these videos for you guys of me just like kind of talking about what's on my mind is something that I never really wanted to stop doing, especially when I came back to YouTube, just because I just feel like it was just something that really helped build us as a community. You guys helped find me. You guys actually can relate to what I say, and that's how we grow close as a community. Um, but I've been doing a lot of reflecting, um, and it's crazy because well, because granted, the title of this video, might sound a lot different compared to what I decided to title this video, but I've been doing a lot of like, here, let me zoom you guys in here for a second, because I feel like you guys are a little far away. There you go. This is better. Maybe angle the. Sorry, I'm just kind of YOLOing this. But yeah, but that's a lot better. So where was I gonna start? I don't know, because I was talking about how I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and like back in like 2022, 2021, I also made videos then of me reflecting on my past then. And it's weird because obviously me from 2 to 3 years ago is nowhere near the person I am now. Because I've learned a lot, I've dealt with a lot in that amount of time. But yeah, I like the one bad habit I have, I just keep reflecting on what already happened instead of focusing on what's happening right now. And I don't want this to sound like it's a wake up call of mine, like I'm gonna have it all figured out from here on, and so forth. No, I I know I'm still gonna have the nights where I cry myself to sleep. I know I'm still gonna have the nights where I'm just not okay. Um, I know I'm still gonna have the nights where I'm just angry and just filled with rage. I'm definitely gonna still have nights where I just feel completely lost and don't know where I'm gonna go next. And I think that's just been something that's been on my mind lately too. Is just the fear of the unknown. That's what's really been getting me lately. Ever since after graduating high school, that's really just been heavy on my mind because it's like, okay, I feel like I know what I need to do next. I'm just too scared to do it. Because I tell myself that, like, oh, like, I feel like I'm doing nothing, and I feel so tired of feeling like I'm doing nothing. But at the same time, taking that next leap of what I feel like I have to do is just overwhelming and exhausting at the same time. Or is that just me being lazy? I don't know. Um, but there's a lot of things I'm afraid of, in this life. And I try not to be afraid of it, because the biggest thing that I've faced in this life, one of the things I was really afraid of, was adapting to change. And I feel like adapting to change is the one thing I feel like I'm probably good at this point, considering what's gone on in my life that have been very unplanned. And it makes me wonder, it's like, okay, does that mean I'll make it through this next change in my life? You know? And I'll get into like what keeps me going and all that kind of stuff. But it's just, I just felt so in a way of like, I don't know, there's this saying of like, when one door closes on you, multiple around you open. You just gotta look for it. And I guess that goes in with the feeling of feeling lost. I've been feeling lost, well, a lot lately. As in like, because I guess you have to be lost to finally find what it is that you feel like you've been missing, either if it's with yourself or whatever it may be. But I've just been feeling like I've had so much happen in these last few years that like I feel like when something, you just feel like you're in a completely different realm. You feel like you're in a completely different world. Of like, you see all these kinds of new faces, and then you're just like, how the fuck did I get here? You know what I mean? Like, what do I even do next? And that's another thing. I'm afraid of being a failure. I'm afraid of letting people down. And I feel like some questions on guys' minds, like, okay, well, why did you come back to YouTube? I felt like that was the whole point of you taking a break, was to get better. It was. But like, again, it's like saying that like, oh, after this break, all my problems are gonna go away. No, it's not. I feel like that's delusional thinking, as in, I don't know. It's like saying, like, oh, if I sit here and do nothing, I'll just wait for what's meant to come for me. That's delusional thinking, because if you sit there and do nothing, nothing's going to change, you know? If you do nothing, what's going to happen? Nothing. And you got to be able to make that leap. And I feel like this next stage of my life that I'm coming up to is, I have no one to help me now. I mean, yeah, I can have guidance on what to do, but no one can physically help me. And I feel like that's the part that I'm struggling with the most right now, is no one's gonna be able to help me. And I guess that's why I've been feeling kind of alone in my own lane, is because no one can actually help me. And that's scary. Because feeling like you're on your own, it's such a devastating feeling. Because sometimes you feel like you enter this new world of just people that you don't even know. And sometimes you question yourself, am I really here, you know? I don't know. And back to the whole YouTube thing. I I wanted to come back to YouTube. I wanted to come back to YouTube. And that's why I'm back now, is because I feel like if I'm at least doing what I enjoy and it's working, people are finding my channel, people are tuning into my stuff. That's amazing. I feel like if I'm at least doing that, then I feel like I'm at least doing something right. Because it makes the me inside feel full, you know. The little kid I always dreamt of doing this makes him feel whole. My soul feels whole when I do this. And that's why, now that I've started, I don't think I'll be able to stop. Same with doing the podcast with Hunter and whatnot, which is always such a blast. I just feel like this next stage of my life, I'm just really terrified. Because it's knowing what I have to do next. But it's also just wondering if I can actually do it. If I have the ability to do so. And I guess that's just really a big part of me trying to kick myself out of that comfort bubble. Because I feel like a lot of people sit in comfort, and that's why nothing happens. Is when you sit in that comfortability, because it feels easier than being uncomfortable. Feeling uncomfortable isn't a good feeling. It's scary. It's very overwhelming. But I guess I'm just at that point where it's like, damn, I really have to find myself now. I really have to find out who I really am and who I'm meant to be. I mean, I have a good idea of who I am. And I have a good idea of who I want to be. But sometimes you feel like who you are is why you've been put in situations that you've had been before, and that's not the right route to go down. But then again, we gotta keep in consideration that we're supposed to go through those things to get to be that person that we are meant to be, you know. And who I want to be is someone who can leave a purpose on trying to do what I love as far as making content for people and trying to make other people's days better, you know. Because I still seek that, you know. I seek distractions from other people's content. It's just a way to escape, you know. And it's a beautiful thing when people want to help other people. It's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah, that's just been the really big thing of like, I don't know what to do next. But it's not knowing what to do next, it's knowing if you have the ability to do it. That's where it gets me. And just right now, like, yeah, I feel so tired of feeling like I'm doing nothing. At the same time, everything just feels a little too overwhelming right now. But I at least have that comfort spot of like, well, if I at least continue to do YouTube, then I'm at least doing something. I'm doing something purposeful, you know? Because YouTube's working, you know? The channel's growing, and I'm forever grateful for that. I'm forever grateful for you guys. You know, it comes down to those times where you're so deep in the low that you feel like you'd have nobody to turn to. But then sometimes you just gotta talk to somebody, man. Because that way you're able to get that reminder of like, there's people out there that really do give a shit about you. That's why I have so much to be grateful for with my family, my friends. I have the bestest friends I could ever ask for in Zach and Hunter. I love both of those guys so much. And as far as other relationships go, I can't quite guarantee any of that right now. I can be hopeful. I can have faith and believe in the thing that I cannot see, but it's all we can do. But I think that's where the fear comes in, is believing in what I cannot see, of something that I hope what would turn out the way I would want it to turn out. And then realizing when it doesn't, I feel like that would devastate me. And I've had that happen before, and it knocked me on my ass. You know, I talked about how last year was one of the hardest years of my life, and it knocked me on my ass, dude. And I've been asking myself a lot lately, like, damn, am I really living, or am I just really spectating? You know what I mean? Because even if in all reality I'm still recovering from my year last year. I mean, hell, we're almost at 2025, which is fucking insane to me. And I don't know, it's a crazy thing. But once you're able to finally calm down, you know, like sometimes all we need is just to go outside and get a breath of fresh air, you know. There's nothing like, you know, walking around the block at night or spring, summer, or during the fall time of year, you know. And just reconnect yourself, refocus yourself, you know. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get myself refocused. And I just really don't want to let down the people that believe in me. The people that have so much faith in me. That see so much of what that I don't see in myself. And another thing too is that I've fallen back a lot these last 2 weeks. I've fallen back a lot. But at the same time, I gotta remind myself that, like, me falling back is not necessarily me losing my progress to get to the point where I am at now. Because there's a saying of 2 steps ahead, 1 step back. Or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And sometimes we just need that 1 step back to kind of refresh ourselves, you know, because at least taking 1 step back doesn't really mean that you're losing progress from where you started. Because, yeah, I mean, I may take a step back. I may feel like absolute dog shit one weekend, or 1 week, but then the next day I still get up and still go to the gym 5 days a week. That's where the progress is. You wouldn't see me doing that a year ago, 2 years ago. You would not be seeing me doing that. Because I was too focused on the things that bothered me. And I was too hurt to really do anything about it. But I gotta remind myself that I am free from all that shit. All that shit that happened last year that I didn't think I would escape it, I escaped it. I'm free from all of that. And that's something that I gotta remind myself. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people should remind themselves too. That we deal with the past trauma, we deal with the memories, we deal with that PTSD, whatever we want to call it. But we gotta remind ourselves is that, like, we survived that shit. We got out of that. And we really can't let that affect our present or our future, because when we let past events affect our present and future, damn it, it's a bitch. And the most dangerous part is it can happen so fucking easily, too. It can happen so easily. And that's the part that we got all tried to avoid. And I'm trying to trust everything will be okay. I'm trying to trust that. I really am trying to. Again, like I mentioned earlier, it's the fear of the change. It's the fear of what's next. And will it be something good for me, kind of thing. Because, yeah, I mean, we all don't want to ever get hurt again. You know what I mean? We don't ever want to get hurt. But damn, man. I just need to get back to, like, putting one foot in front of the other and just fucking just keep going, dude. Block out the noise if you have to, because we live in such a fucked up world where so much noise is happening and we can get trapped in all that. And it could fuck up our moods. It could fuck up everything for us. And I'm not trying to do that right now. And I know the day that I find myself completely, and I know the day that I find myself and truly accept myself for who I am, because believe me, I'm trying on that too. I'm trying to accept who I am. I'm trying to find myself and know who the hell I am and being okay with who I am. That's the biggest thing. I know when that day comes, it'll be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh, man. But I think I talked about what keeps me going is in my support system and my aspiration to try to make the world a better place with the videos I put out, because I enjoy what I do, guys. I wouldn't change it for anything different. I may not have a career with YouTube right now, but damn it, I'm working so hard to get there. And who knows where I will be 10 years from now. So, man, I'm not trying to get all choked up making this video, but I don't know. But I hope if anything I said in this video helped you guys at all, let me know. We are a no judgment zone. We are a safe space. So if you have anything you're going through right now and you just need to let it all out, feel free to comment down below and we can all talk about our shit together. So, hello guys, with all my heart. Hello to all the new subscribers. The channel just keeps filling up. We're almost at 600 subscribers. You guys are amazing. I love you guys with all my heart. I hope you guys will have an amazing Friday. Happy Friday. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Bye.